Welcome back to the channel. Today we're on my local club water again. It's been in a couple of my videos before, and tonight, or this evening, is the evening of a full moon. So I decided to jump on again, because last time it really started to kick off when it was a full moon. So hopefully today will be no different. The rods are already out. Like I said, it's just an evening session, so I wanted to get them out as soon as possible. Had a quick walk round. And I saw some signs of fish just knocking in the reeds, and that was all I needed to know where I wanted to get set up. So the rods are out, and hopefully I can catch something, and if I do, then I'll go into a bit more detail about the approach I've took this session. Right, that took a little bit longer than I would have hoped, but definitely worth it for this absolute pristine common. And you may have seen I brought my little brother down with me as well, and this is his first time seeing a carp. So mission success in that sense. Lovely looking common, fell to a PVA bag and a little 12mm pop up in there, but I'll go over that in more detail in just a second. I've got too long left of the session, but I reckon that there could be time for one more. We'll just have to see what happens. It's been a lot quieter than I thought it would be, especially compared to last time I came down on a full moon. The conditions seem perfect for it, so I'm not sure. I have seen fish showing over my rigs as well, but this was the first one to trip up, so can't complain though. Lovely looking common, and like I say, at least I managed to catch one from my brother as well, so we'll get some pictures of him and we'll get him back, and there may just be time for one more. Sweet sign of victory in the background, look. Lovely stuff. Like I say, it took a lot longer than I expected, to be honest, to get that bite, but it was a lovely fish all the same, and I just wanted to go through now exactly what I caught it on. So as I mentioned, he fell to a solid bag approach. I didn't pick solid bags for any other reason that I've run out of boilers, but it did the trick. But it isn't something I use a lot of, and I'm glad I caught it on that really, because I would like to get a bit more confidence in solid bags, not had too many fish off them, so that's always a bonus as well. The rig within the bag was a pop-up rig. I don't use Ronnies at the best of times, definitely don't use them in PVA bags. I find that they're too bulky, so it's a very simple rig. Starting at the sharp end, we've got a size 5 wide gape hook and a bit of shrink tube as a kicker. I simply use shrink tube just because I don't think I had any kickers at the time of tying it, but it makes no odds. It's the same principle. And holding the bait on, simply just the bait screw and then a hook bead, obviously to stop that coming off. That's all attached to some uncoated braid with just a little split shot, about 5mm below the hook, obviously just to keep that weight down and the pop-up sat upright. And then I like to, especially when it's weedy and there's a few pads up now, I like to fish the leads drop-off style. The way I go about that is I attach the hook length to a ring swivel, and the part of the swivel that hangs down, what that will do is sit nicely in the end of the inline lead. I attach the main line to the big ring on the swivel, but first what I'll do is put a trim down tail rubber on the line, which is used of course to hold the other end of the inline lead in place. It definitely does work. The lead dropped off for that fish I just had, so what that does is when they're caught up in weed, it obviously helps them shake the lead off, which makes it much harder for them to shake the hook. So solid bags at the best of times, I think, are one of the easiest rigs for the carp to shake, because that lead is so close to the mouth. So that's the reason I like to always fish it drop off style. The bait approach I went for was just a 12mm pop up. It's a brown squid liver pop-up. I didn't want anything too in your face, so I went with a dark brown, and the pellet mix that I've used is sort of a light brown beigey colour. And what that consists of is a fish meal pellet, just like 2mm pellets, with some THC, that's tiger nut, hemp and cinnamon ground bait, a bit of salt in there, And when that's all nicely wrapped up in the PVA bag, what I did was just inject a little bit of BPC, which is banana, pineapple and cinnamon glug, into that as well, just to top it off and make it super attractant. And obviously it worked. Not as quick as I might have liked, but fingers crossed there'll be time for just one more. Okay, so nothing else to report on this session. Definitely wasn't as prolific as I thought it was going to be, given the circumstances, but still had a great evening and still managed to catch my brother a carp, so in my eyes that's a success. Thank you for watching, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.